The program is Today with John and Helen on Plus TV Africa, channel 408, DSTV, and 308 Star Times. Today with John and Helen is a family magazine live talk show totally dedicated to addressing issues capable of upsetting family equilibrium and stability. And so to help us dissect purpose today is a lead creative officer at Janelle Gray, a man with over 15 years experience spanning brand management, leadership, Generation Z engagement, and 12 years experience in counseling, coaching, mentoring youth and young adults on several platforms. My first guest is a sought-after conference speaker, trainer and consultant, a graduate of business administration. Please join me at this point to welcome Ayorinde, a media communication professional, emotional intelligence master, life coach, and youth development strategies. Wow.
Thank you.
At such a young age, when did you start?
I look young.
Good to have you on the show.
Thank you, Helen, for having me. Good morning, and good morning to our viewers.
And Happy New Year.
Yeah,
Great to have you on the program.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now we're told that your purpose is your gift in life.
Right.
What is this gift?
Thank you. It's good to be here once again. The concept of purpose is a concept that usually confuses a lot of people, and many, have been stuck in their life trying to define this purpose. But I love to say this gift called purpose is the reason why we live. Okay. I love your intro where you talked about that the purpose is the reason why we wake up in the morning. So I love to define purpose as the essence of a thing. Okay. Anytime I talk about purpose, I love to use the analogy of a product. Okay, as a brand person who is also into product development. So every product developer or brand person understands that a product has two definitions. You have what you call the functional definition, and you have what you call the essential definition. Now, I'll use the phone as an example. Okay. So a phone has a functional definition, and a phone has an essential definition. So what's the functional definition of a phone? The functional definition of a product or a phone is just basic what it was created to do, the functions, the basics. You have a phone because you want to communicate. Now, the day I go to the store to get a phone and I can put my SIM in it and make a call, it ceases to be a phone, okay? So when you define a phone at the functional level, you're talking about the basic function. I should be able to call Ellen anytime I want to reach you, okay? That's the basic function. Okay. Now, but there is the other side of it, what we call the essential definition of a product or a phone in this context. And I'm going to tie it up to how it is to purpose.
Yeah.
And when you begin to look at the essential definition of a product and phone like we're using now, you're talking about what is it about the phone that makes it stand out? What is it about the phone that makes it unique? Now, manufacturers created a phone because they want us to be able to communicate. But of course, communicating with phone then became monotonous because all you could just do is just make a call and that's the end of it. So they defined it and they went further to say, look, can we create something?
Other functions.
Thank you. So we define the essence of a product or a phone as the connection, okay? The ability to then have a phone and you can do other things to connect. So I'll make this clear now to you. And so when you go to the store, if all you wanted is a phone, why do you go to the store and then buy this brand or buy that brand?
Okay.
So you notice you go to the store, you don't buy the phone because you just want to make a call. So you hear people say, oh, it's 4K camera. It's this camera. Do you understand? There's something about...
Additional.
Thank you. There's something about a product. There's something about the phone that makes us go to the store and make choices. So we make choices not because of the function,
Okay.
but because of the essence. Now, tying it back to this gift, beautiful gift called purpose, it was the reason why I said it's the essence of life. It's what makes you different. It's beyond just you being a human, being alive. Is why are you alive?
Yeah.
Why are you on earth? Why are you working where you're working? Why are you the COO? Why are you the head of group? Why are you married? So that's what this gift called purpose. That's what it's about.
Okay,
Yeah.
we will get that. We'll get to that later on, because it becomes individualistic, because everybody wants to have the good things of life generally. But for specific people, there are some additional things and heights they would like to get to in life.
Yeah.
All right, so we have a myriad of gifts as we travel through life's journey. Now, how do we identify which ones would become our real purpose in life?
Okay.
How do we get to identify them?
So this is a very good question. And so I see this as two different things. You have the gift, you have purpose. There's a difference between gift and purpose. So why purpose is helping you to define what makes you different, why you are. It's the reason behind the thing, okay? Your why, okay, like we love to call it. Your gift are innate abilities. They are there, they are raw, they are innate ability. Your gift, like your personality, your experiences, they are vehicles for the achievement of your purpose.
Okay.
So you can have different gifts, but they are tools to achieving that reason, that essence. So most times what we do is we conflict gift as purpose, but gift is just a tool.
How do we harmonize them?
So when you then define your why, you're using your gift. You're using your gift. You're using that innate ability. You know, that's where it becomes easy for you to do certain things. Okay? It becomes less costly for you. It becomes a kind of an automated thing for you.
You enjoy it. It becomes a passion.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay.
So gifts are not purpose. Gifts are tools that helps you achieve a purpose. They are vehicles. And like I said, just like your experience and your personality.
Okay.
You know? Yeah.
All right. So are we born with purpose or with a purpose? Or is this just being sentimental? Can we touch it?
Amazing. This is a good question also. So everyone, and I say this, you know, I read a book by a man called David Jason, and he's written many books, and in one of his books there's a quote, and the quote says, is a quote about children, and I'm going to paraphrase now. So he said in the quote that, like an arrow in the hand of a hunter, so is everyone from the Creator, okay? And Creator, so whether it is God, whether it is the universe you call him, whether it is energy, whether it's Creator, so like an arrow. So the first time I saw that, it was boom, to me, it was a light bulb moment, like an arrow in the hand of a hunter. So is everyone from the Creator. So what struck me when I came across that quote was the hunter, the arrow. So I went to do a quick study on that. I wanted to know about the hunter and his arrow. So guess what I discovered?
Okay.
So I discovered that the quiver of arrow to a hunter is as precious as his life.
It is what?
As precious as his life.
Okay.
Okay. A hunter doesn't joke with that quiver. He will guide it jealously. All right. Second thing I discovered is no hunter, okay, brings out an arrow without a definite aim or target.
Okay.
So when a hunter is bringing out his arrow, it's because, and he's about to shoot or fire something, it's because he has a definite purpose. There's a reason. So, and that was like a light bulb moment for me. So I went back to this issue of purpose. It was a quote on children, but I could pick purpose from that quote. So I went back into that and I saw it. There is nobody. So you say like a arrow in the end of the altar, so is everyone from the Creator.
Yeah.
So it means that there's nobody that comes to earth
without a purpose.
No, nobody.
Okay.
So it's not a sentiment. It's real. We all have a purpose.
Okay.
We all have a reason why we're here. We all have a reason why we're where we are now. We all have a reason why we've gone through the things we've gone through, why we're going through the things we're going through, and why we'll go through the things we're going through. There is a reason for everyone.
Wow. So that's the why. That's the why. Why are we here?
Absolutely.
Now, how about redeeming our goals, purpose, goals, and all of that? Is that possible? And how do we do that without missing the essence of life? Sometimes you can go for so many years thinking that you have found your purpose. And at some point you realize, no, you've gone on another man's journey.
So one of the things I want us to achieve here is there's this conception that purpose is just one thing. And I want to demystify something about that now. And many people, because of that mentality, many people are stuck in their life looking for that one thing or waiting for that one thing. But this is it. Purpose is the reason, is your why, like you said. Purpose is where you are now. And I'm going to get into that much later. But back to the question. When we talk about redeeming or redefining your goals, like I explained earlier, that goals are different from your purpose. Redefining goals, they're personal things. Your goals are made for you. You're not made for them. You choose where you are going. You choose the point you want to be. You wake up on the 31st or whichever day you choose. I love to write my goals on my birthday, you know, which is closer to the year. In November, I'm already thinking of what is next for me. Okay, so there are things you do, and they're made for you. Because at the end of the day, the achievement brings fulfillment to you. So if the goal is not what you want, it's easy to redefine them, to come back and say, look, am I just gassing myself? Or is this something I can work towards? So I think we need to separate this goal and purpose thing. You can go on a journey as a goal. But the moment you understand that as you go on that journey in achieving a goal, what makes it meaningful, what makes it impactful, and what makes it productive or fulfilling for you is the ability to understand there is an essence for the goal. So you're beginning to ask yourself questions. Okay, so no matter how far you've gone, okay, you can always pause to say, so I've achieved this, I've achieved this, I've achieved it. What was the purpose?
Okay.
Why did I even get here? You know, and so.
All right, so what I understand by this is that at the different goalposts of our lives, we can stop and evaluate where we are and change our purpose and our goals.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
It's one of the beautiful gifts man has.
Yes.
Okay, ability to be able to pause and say no.
How far?
This is how far I've gone. And I usually encourage people, you should have a quarterly check on goals. Have a quarterly check on goals. If you're not going to do it monthly, do your quarterly check. Okay, because sometimes, you know, we all go into this new year with, you know, loads of New Year resolutions, loads of confidence and all of that. And then boom, you enter into it and then reality sets in.
You know, there's January, February,
and then you're wondering, what just happened here? So sit down quarterly. The goals, I said, so when we set our goals, most times at the turn of the new year, it is usually sometimes filled with a lot of high hopes and many information
based on the failures of the previous year. Okay. All right. We will take a break at about now. True purpose, like you've said, is indeed about recognizing your life gifts and using them to contribute not only to yourself, but to making the world a better place for everyone. A good point to take this break. Okay? When we come back, Mr. Ayorinde will still be with us.
Thank
And we'll try and take a deeper look into the topic for today, which is purpose. Please stay with us. All right, good to know that you're still there, and I'm having a lot of fun talking to my guest on today's show. And at the end of this program, I'd like to be a better person, thinking about defining my purpose and how to put it to good use. I hope you will do that too. Now, Richard later explains purpose as gifts plus passion plus values. All right, so let's start this segment from that perspective as we look at the importance of finding purpose, especially at the very beginning of a new year, such as we are in.
Thank you. And that's very, very important because, like I said, we set goals, and what makes goals meaningful are the reasons behind it. You see, one of the things goals does is goals preserves the goal. Okay. It takes the goal away from you alone. There's a quote that blesses me every time. I remember, and someone said, "Your life is too small to be the reason for your life."
Wow.
So, as we set goals, it's important to be able to define the reasons. Why do you want to become? Why do you want to go on that career? Why do you want to pick the course? Why do you want to do this? Why do you want to get married? Oh, so you want to get married at the end of the year. Okay, so why do you want to get married? It's good to get married. It's basic functions, like we said. It's the basic definition.
And where are the points that you want to...
What's the why? So the why is what gives it meaning. The why is what gives it a push. The why is what preserves it. Okay? The why is what keeps you going, even in the midst of challenges, because you will face the obstacles, you will face the whole thing. But it is the purpose, which is why it is important to do it at the beginning of the year. You sit down, so as you write your goals, you're asking yourself, why do I want this? You want to increase your income at the end of the year. Why do you want to do this? Okay, so what happens when that income is increased? What happens when this comes in? So it's important that, and I love that we're having this, at the beginning of the year, because it then helps our viewers to have perspective, okay? That as you set goals, you're asking yourself, what is the essence?
Okay, it's like going on a journey.
Exactly.
The end of the year is the end of the journey for 1 year, Fantastic. 12 months. Fantastic. At the end of 12 months, where do I want to go? And if you haven't sat down to visualize where and how to get there, then you will miss it
that's the goal.
At some point.
And that's the goal.
Okay. How do we now begin to consciously define our purpose? Consciously, because there's some confusion when you say goals and purpose. How do you deliberately sit down to begin to define why you're here? What things make you to, know exactly why you are on planet Earth, for example?
So, I said earlier, the moment you get to the state, a mental state, where you know that your life is too small, your career is too small to be the center or to be the reason of your life, your finances is too small to be the reason for your finance, your marriage is too small to be the reason for your marriage. Whatever you are, your career is too small to be the reason for your career. The moment you get to that mental state, that there's something bigger than you just achieving it or getting all you can, like someone said, you get all you can, you sit on the can, and you just throw it away, The moment you realize that, it's a mental state, it's an awareness. And this is why shows like these are important, because it brings you to that awareness. So defining or consciously setting the goal, start first with an awareness. Okay? An awareness that there is a reason why I want to do this. And I said something earlier, and this is very important. Goals are not a future thing. A lot of people, and I meet a lot of people, who who are stuck trying to define that one big thing. And some say they prayed, they've done this and all of that, and they're waiting for that audible voice, a supernatural kind of experience, like Nollywood have shown us. You know, say that says, my son, my daughter, this is the thing. No, 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 no. Purpose starts now. Purpose is a now tense, not a future tense. It is now. Where you are as a mother, you've got to ask yourself, why am I a mother? As a single parent, you've got to ask yourself, why? What is the reason for being a single parent? Okay. What can I do? You know, and I will share this. This is a personal experience, you know, for me. You know what? While growing up, one of the things I had, I was abused, okay? And the abuse turned into addiction for me. And it was a journey. It was a huge journey for me. And it was because I was abused because I was exposed. I came from a single parenting home system. And it did a lot. As I came out of that experience, one of the questions I asked myself is, why did I go through that? Of course, I'd come to certain level of knowledge. And you know, sometimes, most of the times, what people focus on is the collateral damage. Yeah. We don't look for the collateral beauty. The moment you begin to shift your focus away from collateral damage to collateral beauty, you're thinking of purpose. Now, that experience, because you're seeing beauty out of this, then you know that you went through that for the greater purpose of humanity. Wow. That experience shaped me. Shaped why I became passionate about the next generation. Shaped why I became passionate about single parenting. Shaped why I became passionate about family. So you would always get to that level. Okay. So you have an awareness that, look, there is a reason why I'm a mother. There's a reason why I'm the deputy director or I'm the director. Purpose for me starts now. So I get to that definition, or you're aspiring to get to that position. So when you get there, what happens to the lives of people you're going to lead? Okay? What happens to the life of people you're going to come across? So the moment you think, so because what people then do is you set the goals. I want to become the director of that company. Fantastic. That's a beautiful goal. But when you get there, that's where purpose starts. So stop looking for that one thing. Your role as an individual, your role as a leader of the company, you're asking yourself, what is it I will do to humanity that goes beyond just becoming a director? That goes beyond just becoming a mother? What is it I'm bringing into this relationship that goes beyond just having a relationship? What is it I will bring into my child's life or my husband's life or my wife's life that goes beyond just being a wife or a mother? Okay. You know.
Wow. You know, talking to you, I am being reminded of a couple of things I have heard Oprah Winfrey say. Wow. You know, the bigger picture.
Yeah.
Bad situations not being the end of your story.
Fantastic.
But what you do with them.
Absolutely.
And when you get to that point when you realize that, yes, I have been through this, but for this essence, for this purpose.
Absolutely. I love that word, essence.
Yes. And it's not about you alone. Absolutely. Because you don't exist in the universe all by yourself. Absolutely. And all for yourself.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And it makes a lot of sense that we're talking purpose right now.
Absolutely.
All right. It could be a bit confusing. We've talked about purpose a lot. Now, do you find your purpose or do you choose it? Yes, you say is not something in the future. It is about now. And at different goalposts of life, you shift purpose, you change, and all of that. Can you find it, or does it choose you?
Good question, Helen. So I'll go back to my phone analogy. A manufacturer of a product is what determines what the product will do. Okay. A product doesn't tell itself, this is what I want to be. And the manufacturer produces a product or makes a product based on whatever needs they've identified in the market. So bringing it back to the question, we don't choose our purpose. we find it. Now, this is the way it gets interesting. We find it because our manufacturer, the creator, has put in us gifts. Is giving us a certain type of personality trait. So you might be an extrovert, you might be an introvert, you might be a sanguine, whatever you are. And we've had what I call significant emotional experiences, unique experiences. So all these things put together are the things that then become your finders, that helps you to find that thing, okay? So someone doesn't just wake up to say, oh, this is my purpose. This is what I want to choose. You find it looking within. What are my abilities?
Okay.
What am I good at? What are the significant emotional experiences I've had? How do I use that to change where I am? You've had a bad boss. Fantastic. It tortured you emotionally. It wasn't a good experience to you. Fantastic. Now, finding purpose, like I said, there's a lot about this purpose thing that comes with first a certain level of awareness. Okay, and that's why I strongly believe the start point for it is understanding that there is a grander reason. There is what my mentor, we're discussing about it, and he used one word, and I love the word, Olumide, and he said, there's a higher essence. And I love that word. There's a higher essence for this. So you find your purpose by, so you don't choose your purpose, rather. You find it. And you find it when you begin to pay attention to those innate ability. What are the things, when I see them go wrong, gets me angry? Okay. What are the things, when I see them go very good, I'm excited? Okay? They are pointers.
When I'm all by myself, what am I thinking about?
Thank you. So you work in an organization, the leadership system, you're just not comfortable with it. You just know this can be better. They are pointers to what you need to do, to the reasons why you might be in that company. Okay? So you see people relationship breaking, not really going well and all of that, and it makes you feel sad. So that's how you begin to find. So you find it, you don't choose it, but you find it leveraging on your innate ability. Okay? Looking at the things that you're good at, looking at the things that get you angry, and quite a lot of things.
Okay. Yeah. It's a bit theoretical, but then we intend to make it a lot more easier for people to understand.
Okay.
Purpose is not for you alone. It's for the universe. So how do you make your purpose meaningful to the people who are around you and to the world? Is there, an ABC or there's some instructions or some guidelines to what you must do?
Okay. So I explained how you can find the purpose. And then I was saying one of the things you do first is understand that, look, you are created by a manufacturer, for a reason. So one of the ways you first try to find out about that is you can ask the manufacturer, your creator, what are the things? The other things I then say is, look within yourself, all right? Look within yourself. What are the gifts? What are your personality? Those things are pointers, okay? What are the things that get you angry? What are the things that get you excited? Okay, they help you. Then you look at also, what are your experiences? What have I gone through? Okay, they're all pointers. What are people saying about me? Now, when you realize this, how do you make it meaningful? The point where we make our purpose meaningful, and you see, everything about purpose is how it impacts on the next person. Okay? How it impacts on the people who are close to you, your friends, your family, your colleagues, and all of that. Okay? It's how it impacts on them. So we're saying that you must be able to get to the point where you're using those gifts. You're using your temperament, your personality traits. You're using your experiences. So I'll give you a very practical example. You know, you one of in my profile, there's Jenya Gray. You know, so and I was saying that while growing up, you know, I went through abuse, you know, and then it lasted for a while, you know, and then as a result of that, it became an addiction for me. Making my purpose meaningful. So when I got out of my own addiction, I had to pick a course. Okay. I came to an awareness that, look, you couldn't have gone through that all for yourself. So what did I do? So if I went through that, how many people are in that same thing that are going through it? So I did a course. I did an international course, a certificate course. I did another one. I mean, they were courses that cost a lot. But guess what I was trying to do, Helen? I wanted to be equipped to use my experience, which was not palatable. But because I'd find meaning, I'd find the essence to be that it definitely had to be more, it definitely had to be not just about me. Okay. So I went to do those courses. I went for trainings so that I could start something that would help others who are struggling with the same problem. So I don't know if you get that. So the point where your goal, your purpose becomes meaningful is the point where you then begin to think about other people. Okay. It goes beyond you. So I had to start, and you know, with all sense of humility, you know, when I see young people, people with that battles with addiction, people that battle with not finding meaning for their lives and all of that. But all of those things came as a result of me finding my purpose. And to make it meaningful, I had to bring in other people, okay, into it. So we make our purpose meaningful and impactful on the world the moment we begin to think of others. Okay, so you've gone through a challenge with your boss in the office, and then you came out of it, and now you have a good perspective. Believe me, there are loads of people that are going through it. Yeah. Do you want to start a blog? Okay. Do you want to start a platform, a social media platform, and share tips on people? Or do you want to write a book that helps people to define or know how to manage your tough bosses? So you've gone through a crisis as an organization. Fantastic. Now you're out of it, and you have a perspective. Okay. Do you want to get into writing a book and share about how to lead through crisis or how to come out through crisis? So that begins to go. So at that moment at the moment where you get to that state of mind, it's gone beyond you. You're thinking of the millions of generations. You're thinking of the other people who are going through that thing.
Okay. You know? Yeah. I have two questions. Beautiful. Right about now, before the others pop into my head. The first one is, you know, from all that you're saying, purpose is not necessarily targeted at being, in quote, a success.
Okay.
In terms of financial independence or affluence. Okay. That's not the driving force, is it?
Not the driving force. Yes, it goes beyond you. So that's a goal. Having a financial independence is a goal. But purpose, where purpose comes in is, so when you have it, what are you going to do with it?
Because everyone wants to be successful. And for a lot of us, success is in how much money do you have in the bank?
Exactly.
You know, how popular are you for some people? How many houses have you built? Cars and, you know, and all of that.
Yeah, so that explains the basic definition that I was saying, the functional definition. It's in all of us. There's an innate desire to be successful. There is nothing wrong in wanting the houses, the cars, and all of that. Okay. When you get them, you know what goes next.
Okay, you just took that word out of my mouth.
Beautiful.
A lot of people listening and watching this program will be asking, okay, so for me, what next?
Beautiful.
What next? You have said all that you have said. I have heard. But how do I take the next step?
Fantastic. So the next step, I would say, is you're watching this program, and wherever you are, there's a light bulb moment. Okay, in all we've been saying. Okay, you probably must have come to an aha moment. The next step is stop looking or waiting for purpose to happen as an event. Your next step is, wherever you are, can you begin to ask yourself, what is the reason why I'm in this position? And how do I use it to better the lives of others? Now, I really want to narrow it down to how it impacts on homes and all of that. Okay. So, as a wife, what is the next step for you? So the question you're asking, why am I a wife? What is my role in this man's life? That goes beyond just being his wife. So you are a husband. What is your role? Yes, you're now married. Okay. What is your role? What exactly are you helping her to do? Now, as a couple together, what is your role in your children's life? What are you trying to give to the world? And that's where the place of values. So when you define all of this, the place of values, family values comes in. Family mentoring comes in. Then you know I have to train my children in a certain way. I have to partner with my wife. I have to partner with my husband, because we want to release certain kind of children to the world. And the world we need leaders. We need children that are innovative. We need children that have strong moral and high values.
We could go on this journey for forever, but perhaps someone is just tuning in at this point in time, and it's like, oh God, I have missed out. What would be 2-3 nuggets that you can leave with such a person, and that person wouldn't feel lost in the sea?
Fantastic. So number one thing will be, don't look for purpose as an event. Purpose starts where you are now. Purpose is not that one thing. Stop looking for it as that one thing. Where you are, find the reasons why you are there and how you can impact people.
That's two more.
Fantastic. Secondly, understand that your life is too small to be the reason for your life. And you know, that shapes everything for you. The moment you understand that your life is too small to be the reason, what you're then doing is you're asking yourself, what can I begin to do to help other people? So we were talking about, look, based on the experience you've gone through. I mean, you might be watching me and you've gone through we've all gone through experiences. We all have our past. I'm saying, don't waste it. Some things have come as collateral damage. Look beyond the collateral damage, okay? Focus on the beauty. And I'm saying, start something. Start a blog. Go on that social media. Start talking about some of the healings you have gone through. Okay. Open a website. Whatever you need to do. You need to come on Helen's show, or you need to do something. Do something, you know, and talk about you. And then you'll be amazed the amount of impact.
Great.
That has to do.
That's the word, impact.
Yeah.
And so the question that we must ask ourselves, amongst others, are, who am I? When and how do I feel fulfilled as a person? Why am I here in the first place?
Absolutely.
And much more.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Thank
Helen.
you. Thank you,
Thank you, Helen,
for helping us, you know, find purpose this morning. I hope we have been able to answer some of your questions, watching at home. And I hope you will get moving right away, like he said. Thank you once again.
Thank you, Helen, for having me.
It's been an honor.
It's been a privilege
sitting here with you this morning.
Thank you.
Okay, so up next is the Keep Fit segment. Remember, health is wealth, and prevention on this show is our goal. Let's join the instructor in the gym right now, after which Pharaoh will bring us closer home on how to positively utilize purpose. Stay with us.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the fitness section of today's show. I'm Dolly Phillips of Alpha Fitness Studios, and today we'll be working with weights. Today I'm working with 6 kilos. Now, no stress today. If you don't have 6 kilos, you have just 3 kilos at home, 2 kilos, that's fine. And if you don't have any of those, just grab 2 big bottles of water or 1 and we should be able to work with that. Okay, as always, we start with a quick warm up. Let's go, warming up those joints. 1, 2, breathing in and out. 3, last one. 4, shoulder rolls back. 8, 7, 6, 5, rotate forward. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reach out. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's roll down 4 times. 4, big rows. Come on. 3, you have 2 more. Stay with me. And 1. Now let's wake those abs up with a big march. 8, 7, good. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so we grab our big dumbbell. We're going to work with one hand. Now we're going to send it down to the floor, then to the shoulder, and up. We have 8. Let's go. Down and up. That's 1. Down and up. That's 2. Down. Good. Up. If you can't use one hand, use both hands. That's fine. 3. This is using both hands. 4. But I'm going to use one hand. 5. Very good. Don't rush it. Nice and easy. 6. 2 more. 7. 1 more. And 8. So let's change to the other hand now. We have 8 counts. Let's go. And 1. Excellent. You're doing great. 2. Try not to look at the floor. Look straight ahead of you. 3. Good. Down. And 4. Excellent. 5. Good job. 6. Almost there. 7. Last one. And 8. Good. Now grab that dumbbell or your bottles of water with both hands, and now we're going to swing up. 1. I'll turn to 45 so you can see what my legs are doing. 2. That's it. 3. 4. 5. Very good. 6. Straight legs when you come up. 7. 1 more. 8. Excellent. Woo! We're working today. Now hands fully extended downwards. Curl in. Push up, drop behind you, up, chest, and down. Again, chest, up, behind you, up, chest. We have 6 more. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Up, back, up, chest. We have 3 more. 1. Good. Keep going, work those arms, work that back, work the chest. Last one. Let's go. Chest, up, behind you, up, chest, and down. Very good. Last workout, turn your feet out. Now we're just going to pull up towards the chest. If this is difficult for you, you can hold it this way. It doesn't really matter. Are you ready? Let's pull up. 1. Good. 2, squeeze those abs. 3, excellent. 4, good job. 5, that's it. 6, oh, 7, and 8. I feel we should do this one more time, but we're going to add a squat as well. Let's go. Now pull up. 1, take it down. Excellent. 2, take it down. We're almost there. Stay with me. 3, this is your last workout. Come on, push. 4, and down. 5, I hope you're counting. 6, nice and loud, come on. 7, and 8, and down. Woo, well done. Let's move that dumbbell to a safe distance as we stretch. Shake those arms out. Let's rotate those shoulders. 4, 3, 2, and 1, and forward. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hand on your hip, reach out, stretch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now follow your hand all the way. Back bend. Oh, this feels really good. And down. Other side, reach over. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Follow your hand all the way. Back bend and relax. Quad stretch. 4, 3, 2, 1. Balance test coming up. Glute stretch. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And up other leg. Quad stretch. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last one. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Oh, thanks for joining me today, and I hope to see you very soon. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye.